Hey, something got to be turned off. How you doing out there? Hold on. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Okay, look, what is this noise? Hold on, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. Okay, now maybe it was that. I don't know, y'all. Know I'll be tearing it up. I got the girl here with this baby. She gonna help me. How's everybody?
Watching it.
Huh?
I'm watching it.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay. So hey, it's Monday, y'all. We made it over the weekend. Happy Monday to ya. So listen, I hope everybody has had a fabulous day. I hope your day has been absolutely marvelous, darling. Y'all know it's your girl Renee with Sister to Sister. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead on and tag somebody, share this live, and let's do this disclaimer. Y'all know I'm just one girl who's been through some things, who don't mind sharing, y'all. This sisterhood is exactly what it is. We're here to uplift, motivate, and encourage one another. Don't have it all together, but you know what? It's better together, girl. And I could used to say that, you know, I ain't had no license in. I don't have the license yet, but y'all know what? This girl is on her way. I had that graduation on Saturday. I tell the Lord, thank you. So listen, tonight we just want to talk about toxic or not. We get ready to go into a whole new year. We are not making any New Year's resolutions or anything like that. My music did go off. Let's see. I love these rappers. Y'all know I don't own the rights to the music in this background, okay? Let me see. I have my phone up here because it need to be charging. So don't judge me. That's how I feel. So listen, we're getting ready to go into a whole new year. God has kept us. We still have a few more days in this year. And I just want to talk about some things that I've had noticed and have been chiming in on different social platforms. Hey, Miss Misha, thank you so much, girl. I'm still rolling. Slow and steady wins the race, you know. But I thank you so much. I thank you so much. So what I want to talk about tonight, y'all, is, like I said, we're at the end of the year. And God has been good to a lot of my sisters. I see us, we're thriving. We are moving forward. We are marching to our own beat. You know what I mean? Y'all, I don't own the rights here to this music. I think I posted it right, but if not, I'm going to go back on here and do it. So this is how I'm feeling tonight, okay? No sadness over here. So it's a lot been going on. Mental health and, you know, relationship, friendships, all this good stuff. It's been a part of what we've been dealing with throughout the year. Sometimes like throughout your existence. But hey, our sisterhood is here. Let me turn this down because I feel like it's so loud. And tonight I just want to talk about, you know, we threw around this year the word toxic. We threw around the word narcissistic personalities and narcissistic persons. You know, so let's talk about some of that stuff tonight because like I said, I chimed in on some of the questions or the comments, and I've had a few phone calls because before I came to this platform, the Facebook world, I do this stuff in my personal life. I know I don't have a license, but for some reason, God just created me to people gravitate to me and they just share because I'm non-judgmental. I don't hold all the answers, but what I do respond is in truth, is in fairness, it's real 100% because I want somebody to keep it 100 with me. Because if you keep it real, then I feel like you love me. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't give me, you know, what I want to hear because it's really not helping us. So I've been doing that for a long time. You know, even in my broken state, I still find myself encouraging people, motivate people. Why? Because evidently that's just how God made me to be. So once I embraced, you know, that's what I am created to do. It became more easy. It became less burdensome. You understand? So I decided, you know, when he said to bring it to the forefront, I bring it to the forefront. That's why y'all see me hitting and missing with this social media because I'm a background type of girl. But like I said, we are going to just talk about that word toxic and relationship, but I'm not always talking about intimacy. I'm talking about your homegirls, your homeboys, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, anybody that you're in contact with. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I wanted to ask a person on, I forgot to ask her. So hopefully they'll chime in and I can invite them. I may can still do it now, and invite them and see if they would chime in, because they made a statement and I chimed in. And a lot of time when this person makes a statement, I always ask her, do she mind if we talk about it? And that's, in times past. So I just felt like it would be more than fair to get the originator of the statements, and then we all can have a dialogue. You feel me? So y'all go ahead and share this video. And if you come back through the sisterhood and you watch the replay, girl, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. I want to thank you for joining us on our journey to greatness and on our journey to being the best version of ourselves that we was created to be. You feel me? So I had sometimes let me just pause. Because sometimes we give credit to where it's really not due. You understand? But sometimes we like to say, we blame the devil and blame all this stuff. Sometimes God brings opposition to show you where you are. He brings opposition so you can see where you are not. Hey, Lucy! Hey, girl. Y'all, Lucy joined the deck for the first time. Welcome to the sisterhood, Lucy. I appreciate you for stopping by, girl. We're talking about toxic or not. And how do you go about your everyday once you're out of a situation, okay? So that's what tonight is going to be. So this music in my background, y'all can just bop if you want to tap your foot or whatever, because y'all know I'm on the rights, right? So I was reading an article. Lucy, we're talking about toxic relationships, and it's not always intimate. It's just relationships in general, friendships and all this other good stuff, So this lady, Lillian, which has become, I tag you, Lucy, because you have not joined the deck and we're at the end of the year. And I believe, hey, Sugar Dog, I'm going to have, let me put the disclaimer out there. Y'all, we're going to have some interruptions because I have the little girl and her baby who's here. So I might probably just drag her on live to interject some opinions of hers now that she's of age with child. So we're going to talk about toxic. Lucy got her emoji. Okay, so Lillian Glass, who is deemed to be an expert in communication and psychology. I read an article of hers and she was saying, she gave us, I liked her definition of toxic. So I'm going to read how she defined toxic, and then, and just the word alone, toxic, sounds negative. You feel me? But we're gonna look at both sides, because in the situations you can really see who you really are. You understand? So we're not gonna look and blame the other person per se. Or you might be the one who got all the garbage. You understand? So we keep it real over here. So y'all, we keep it real over here. So Lillian said that toxic relationship is any relationship between people who do not support each other, where in conflict the other person objective is to undermine and disrespect the other person. And in a toxic relationship, it's a lack of cohesiveness. So that means in this relationship, per her definition now, let's talk about her definition. Per her definition, she said any relationship. So we ain't talking about your boyfriend, your husband. Like I said, we ain't talking about only intimacy. We talking about your home girl from third grade. We're talking about your cousin that y'all used to play in the dirt together. You understand? We're talking about anybody. Okay? So, per this expert, her definition is the relationship between any persons who do not support each other. Between any person who do not show a cohesiveness. And now, y'all know how I feel, and Lucy, you knew. So how I feel about marriage and just dating, that's two different things. So when it comes to relationships, whereas intimacy, I have it's a whole separate situation, because I feel like if you're not married, some of this stuff you shouldn't even be dealing with. You understand? That's just me, y'all, and I'm just one girl and with my one little opinion. You feel me? So if you ain't married, some of this stuff you can just kick rocks with no socks. Yes, it still hurt, it's still hard, but if you have not made a covenant before a person of the cloth and God, you're not obligated, you're not bound to stay in a relationship where you feel diminished. Who said that you should stay? We have this thing about loyalty. Who told us we have to stay in dysfunction? And in this relationship of dysfunctionality, we have caused it to be our way of life. So again, girl, shacking, that's what the old folk call it. When you're shacking, a lot of the stuff don't apply because you have no license on that person. They have no license on you. So you ain't obligated to stay, oh, I got a baby with them. And it's a such thing called co-parenting. Oh, this how I feel, y'all. So you don't have to stay. Don't be fooled. And let me tell you, I'm gonna say this: if you in a relationship, friendship, whatever, entrapment, what the girl said, an entanglement. If you in the end of that, and you feel already alone, you feel lonely, you might as well pack your grip. Lose. Oh, so you feel me, Lose? Oh wait, no, was not a touch, not. So that's what I'm saying. So a lot of this stuff, women, my sisters, we hold on to stuff because we were trained, and some of this stuff we have to unlearn. And you have to ask yourself a question: why am I staying? Do I somewhere? And I'll just say somewhere in the back of him, back there, down back there. You feel like you don't deserve more. That's one of the real reasons why you stay. Somewhere within, you feel like you don't deserve more because can't no one stop you from being who you were created to be but you. And that's fact. So Lillian said, cohesiveness. If this person, I'm jumping ahead of myself because I want to give y'all some traits. But like I said, this year, I've been hearing that word, toxic and narcissistic. We was chiming in on it for a whole good 6 to 8 months, maybe more, because we're in month number 12. And then someone made a post, how do you function after you're out of a toxic relationship? That got me to thinking, because I myself took time after my divorce. I didn't date nobody. One, because I'm in Christ, and I don't know how to date in Christ. You feel me? But two, I needed to redefine me. I need to go find me because I lost me. Yeah, I went on a scavenger hunt for me. So that is, don't be so gung ho. That prompt this conversation. That post prompt me to say, huh. So I asked the girls at work. I work with some very intelligent young women, and they're all in their mid-20s. But these young women, they got a good head on themselves. And I talked to them, and they, shared some stuff with me. So I'm like, well, dang, we need to talk. And lo and behold, Lucy, we got the post about how do you function after a toxic relationship. Lucy, you know how to function. You been in a toxic relationship before, Lucy? Since you on here, any one of you all who's watching, but you know what? You don't know. Sometimes you don't know you in one while you in it. You think it's love. Okay, I'm listening, Lucy. Talk to me. And I'm hoping throughout tonight that I will have one of my brave sisters that will jump on this screen with me. I'll send you an invite and you can jump on and we can have a good conversation. You feel me? You still trying to unlearn toxic behavior. Lucy, you want to get on my camera? You want to join this screen with me? Cause you know, man, you can have good conversation, huh? So listen. While Lucy make her mind up to see if she want to join me on live, I'm serious, Lucy. While Lucy make up her mind, yes, you do. Stop being scared. So listen, I'm gonna tell you, finish telling you what Lillian said because her article is very interesting. So Lillian said a toxic relationship starts when a person fails or refuses to recognize the destructive dynamics they're subconsciously looking to play out. So when you fail to acknowledge, I like to say acknowledge, when you fail to acknowledge that you are doing what you are, your behavior is destructive. Sometimes that stuff be intentional. Sometimes it be intentional. Some it really do, and that's just my opinion. Now I know I can have that. Sometimes it's intentional because they say misery loves company, and I believe that. But some people don't know how to not be miserable. If that makes sense. Some people don't know how not to be. Kyla, she don't want no wahala. Can you do this for me? So if I'm in a relationship, Lucy, and every time something heated, it don't have to be heated, just a disagreement come up, and my words to you are intentionally venomous. If I'm intentionally in the inbox, and make sure I put on there on this screen thing that I don't own the rights. Y'all know I got to get some help back here, but I want to know if she wants to in her inbox. But I need to make sure on my thing it says I don't own the rights. I don't want to get in trouble and go to Facebook jail or be sued by some of the music because this music is going on back here. And see, and I know that if a person is take me for instance, I like to give my examples because I'm an open book. When stuff used to go on in my marriage and I call him out on it, put it on there. At some point, because I didn't do it at the top, I can do it at the end.
It's not Facebook.
Huh?
It's not Facebook. You can normally put it in the comments.
Oh, okay. So at some point within our discussion, it turns, I'm the victim. I'm the one who's wrong. I'm the cause of the disruption. We can have a conversation and it's you always, I'm not fussing. I'm just trying to get an understanding. The script is always flipped. Even if he admitted that he was wrong, it always turned back that I'm the problem. I kid you not. So in that, and the person not acknowledging, or they acknowledge and fail to change, it's just manipulation. It's she said eyes. Sometimes they recognize, but they still continue on doing what they're doing to be ugly. To be ugly. And sometimes it don't cause them nothing, but now you all in a bad headspace and all turmoil and stuff. Which way? You ain't Sabrina. Huh? Oh, I got it. Hold on. Listen, I love this music. Okay, I just needed to do that real quick. Of the fun life. Okay, so okay, that's it. And okay, back to me. Now, it's always your fault. It's always no matter what is what. That's what Lillian is saying. That's what I took from her statement in the article about how you can tell when it starts. In the beginning of a relationship, you brush it off, but as it goes on, it get worse and worse. And at some point, and we're just talking about being in a relationship where it's not cohesive, because I don't want to use the word toxic. That sounds so fatal. That sounds so fatal and detrimental, but sometimes it can. Okay, so Lucy, at what point do you go from being a victim? Okay, so if you have, say this how you're now a willing participant. Okay, you go from brushing it off in the beginning, and then it gets worse, and then now you're feeling like you don't really want to say something because you don't want to be felt like you are the one who's the issue. You're being made feel less than without being said you are garbage. You understand? So the behavior, the action started to make you feel less and less. Only when you've stayed too long, and you know that because you at some point your head and your heart don't match. Your intellect and your senses saying, girl, you need to pack you better than this. Why am I going through all of this? So now it goes from being mad with them to being mad with yourself, because you deserve better, and you know that you can do better without that person or that friendship. So round about those types of feelings, you're no longer a victim. You're now a willing participant. And again, everything we say on the hood, this is just my opinion. But I'm going to school for this. You know what I mean? I just got to be real. So, but I'm just saying, at some point, you're no longer a victim. And around those points where your heart and your mind don't match, and you keep telling the same people the same thing about the same person, and nothing has changed, you're now a willing participant. When they know what you're finna say before you say it, or they can tell you what you're saying while you're saying it, you're now a willing participant. When he has, or she, or they have told you in so many words that you can go and you still stay, you're a willing participant. When they say shady stuff to make you feel this little, yeah, and it no longer affects you. It no longer, now you're numb to the words, like, oh, child, please. your willing participant. No longer a victim. And some of us remain in the seat of victim for a long time, longer than others. So you can't gauge it. Everybody's different because everybody's tolerance is different. What I'll tolerate, some people may not tolerate. But again, it depends on what type of relationship this is. If you're friends, homegirls, boyfriend, husband. Now, if it's your husband, then like I said, I have different stuff on that because marriage is a covenant that you've made with the Lord and that person. Boyfriend and girlfriend, there's no legalized, there's no paperwork. You got no license on that. So, if truth be told, at the first sign of it, you're a willing participant because you take your grip. If you know your worth, if you know what you're worth, it's easier to walk away. If you know who you are as an individual, and that's what we're doing here. That's what this is all about. Just one day at a time, walking and trying to be the best version we were created to be, Lucy. I thank you for hanging in there with me too, girl. You hanging in here with me. I appreciate you, child. If I knew how to give you some hearts, baby, I'd give you some hearts. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't get on him much, but I know they're going to play this replay, Lucy. And then they're going to be able to get some nuggets, and they're going to take it where they need to take it. So I ain't even worried about this me and you. It was designed for you to jump on here, Lucy, because I put your name in the comments. So, hey, you need to hear a little bit. Maybe you don't take nothing, you going to take something. Hey, girl. But I thank you for stopping by. So, look, let me tell you about when I said, I'm done. Yes, you have to know who you are. And don't be afraid to walk away. You can avoid it if a person is bringing you anything less than you desire and what you know you deserve. You as an individual have to know who you are first, and you as an individual have to know what it is that you deserve. Your worth. Know your worth. And then you can avoid it. Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. Yeah. You would know it. But you got to know who you are first. And you have to know that another person don't come to complete you. They come to add to you. If you're not adding to their life and you're not adding to my life, I mean, you have to gauge that. You know what you were. Take yourself off the clearance rack. It take a long time when you deal with, and I'm not saying that it's you, Lucy. I'm just saying, I'm speaking for me because I have to give y'all my little testimonies. Dealing with low self-esteem, it takes you a while to get over it, to recognize that, So, So nope, it's okay. And you know what? And once you realize, Lucy, that you are, then you start working on you and find out, why am I tolerating such behavior? Because it's all individual growth. It's all individual growth. And some of the signs that you in one, you don't feel safe. There's bad communication or no communication at all. You feel neglected or exploited at some point on some level. You feel like you lost yourself. They make you feel ashamed. Ashamed how? Like when you go around bad friends and family members and they looking at you all crazy like, girl, why you still with that bum? Like, you understand? Or why you still friends with her? All that stuff she done did to you, why you still friends with her? Remember, because this is just relationships in general. Why you still friends with her? She make you feel, y'all going out and you got to do all of this. Why you with her? Make you shame to be with them or belittle. They got to make you feel bad to make themselves feel good. Miss me with that. My mama used to say, well, she still will say that. She raised us on that. I'm not gonna be the main topic of your joke because there's some truth in every joke. Every time we get together and you got to be yanking on me, why I'm the target of all your little ugly jokes? Because that's how you truly feel. There's some truth in every joke. So don't be that person. You know, okay, you said that the last time we was together. So now you got something new. Why you feel like it's me? Yes, I do. Willing participants are in a way toxic as well. Not in a way. They are. They sometimes they crave that. That goes back to like trauma bond. It's a trauma bond is a type of bond that you confuse. It's really abuse, mentally, emotional abuse, and you confuse that with love. You know that trauma is it masquerades as love. So I would say that is what you know when you're saying a willing participant, that's part of that trauma bond. You know, you've been through some things, and it's really not. It's too. I don't. You did you listen to my broken? Remember the podcast broken? That's what I'm talking about. Like, and we're two different people in a relationship, and both of us are broken. We are, yes, both of us are broken, and one begin to want to be better, and now we're in this. That type of bond is what brings us together. That's called a trauma bond. That's what brings us together. But it's really not love. That's not love. It's emotional manipulation is what it is. And you get a rush from it because they make you feel when they make you feel good, maybe they send you to the moon with them feelings. Girl, you be feeling all good, my boo, my man, my homegirl, you understand? But then when they come with that right down, they make you feel just as low. That belittle you just as much. So that's a trauma bond. You're bonded by that. That makes sense. Did it make sense, Luke? But you can heal from it though. That's what we're saying tonight. What do you do when you're through? How do you heal? Okay, good. So what do you do when you're through? Lucy, this was just for me and you tonight, girl. But when y'all come back through the sisterhood and play this, I want y'all to share it, okay? Because I know y'all gonna come back through the hood and look at and check out the sisters. Some of y'all can't be on deck right now, but it's okay. But y'all will pass back through and come by and get your to-go plate. Hey, get that to-go plate. Yeah, get your plate. Come on through the hood. Listen to us for a little while and get what you need. What you don't need, you pass it on to somebody who might. That's what it's all about on the sisterhood. We're here to uplift, motivate, and encourage one another to be the best version of ourselves we was created to be. Now I know I done told y'all in another uh, time, but sister to sister, that's just simply sisters. We are survivors of intense situations, traumas, abuse, and unwanted heartaches. So that's what we are, one sister to the next. But we didn't stay there. We survived that thing. Now it's time to live. It's time to live. That's what it is. It's time to live. So we gonna get over the hurdle of the toxic whatever, the narcissistic whatever. But it's a self check. You got to do a self check. We can blame the other persons or all you want, but it's really you. You don't have to stay. Why do you stay? Food for thought. And when you decide to take a break, you know you're ready when you don't question if you are. When you are ready, you won't question yourself. Dang, if I'm ready, you won't question it. That's how you know you're ready. But you don't have to question it no more. And again, this is my opinion. It's that now I'm reading this stuff. It said a single person who is getting out of toxic relationship, it says 3.5. Yes, ma'am, and it's all good. And you know me, if I got an answer, I always got something to say. But if it don't make no sense, ain't no need to say it. So 3.5 months per surveys. That's what they call. I don't know what it's called. What it's called, Luke, when they do a test on people. It's not a statistic, but anyways, I read it and it said 3.5 months is what it normally takes a person out of a toxic relationship to heal. But it depends on how much the person put the work in to heal. You understand? Because when you're dealing with after this type of relationship, you have to experiment. Exactly, experiment. Thank you, Lucy. You have to own every emotion. And that's what I tell people when they come to me. And I tell them, if you mad, be mad in the moment. If you pissed, be pissed in the moment. Whatever the emotion is, you have to own it, because when you don't own the emotion, that's when you pretend to be something you're not, and you will never ever be able to get healed from something you won't confront or you won't admit. You got to admit it. That's my chacha bud. There's I'm show you my grandbaby before we get off of here. So you have to own the emotion. And Lucy, if you just don't have to question it when you're ready, then you know you're ready. Did you share this video, Lucy? Don't put her over here. And you can heal, like I said, deal with the emotion. Whatever emotion that you're in, deal with it. If you need to cry, you cry. You better share it, girl. People could be watching with us. I'm gonna pause and let Lucy hit the share button.
Okay.
No.
Can I go downstairs?
What you gonna do? You always say that. Anywho, and if you separated from your ex, thank you. So if you separated from your ex, try not to contact them. And if they contact you, it takes a lot not to press answer. Trust me, I know. It takes a lot not to trust. When I got to the point where I was like tired for real, when I was tired of me, because sometimes you get tired of yourself, if you want to keep it 100. When I got tired of me, I blocked on all social media. I blocked everything, phone, everything. I had to just get away. And I did that until I was able to, because we were friends first. So you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries, and you have to be firm, and you have to stick with it. That's how. You have to be firm, and you have to stick to it. No leeway. You are in control of you. You have to You have to set boundaries and make them adhere to them. You make the decisions for you. And as a co-parent, you all, and especially if he's doing it right, you don't want to take it away from him, because you all are co-parenting. But you set boundaries, and as well as he should. You just ain't popping up. You need to set time to come. And if you can't make it, you need to call me, let me know, and we can rearrange it. But there's no just popping up, period. There's no just coming and get when you get ready. We have to do things so the machine is running well. I'm just not popping up over there. I'm not getting mad because you got somebody else around it, because at the end of the day, the child is just as much as his as it is yours, and you got to trust and know that he's not going to put that child in danger. So he don't need he don't need micromanagement when it comes to his child. He don't. So you let the baby go, then you let him go. That's your time to work on self. You don't need to micromanage it. Don't worry about you ain't gonna have all these chicks around my son. No, we doing all of that because that's his seed. He love him. He ain't gonna put him in no danger. And you got to be okay with that. Yeah, point blank. Sometimes you we put on more stuff than we need to put on, and it's just that we make a mountain out of molehill. If it's him, what? That's toxic or just popping up? This my oh, and everywhere I go, I know he got me. Tell me what, baby. Well, if it's him, then you set boundaries. You set boundaries. It's just that, baby. You set boundaries. You set boundaries and you stick to them. Yeah. And you got to be firm. Set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. I'm gonna put that in here. Set boundaries. Yes, and stick to them. Stick to the boundaries, babe. And if he does not adhere, then you have to do other things. But you know, that first you just got to see. You just got to see. Because we've been dealing with a lot of stuff this year. You don't want to. You want to go into the new year with new or resolve. I ain't gonna say new, just with some resolved things. You know, each set your own goals and reach them. You don't want to. Some of this stuff need to be resolved because we just dragging it out. It don't need to be drug out because it's not benefiting no one. You're doing all this dragging out, and the result is going to be the same. It's over. Right? We dragging it out, and the end result is the same. Girl, it's over. Because you in it, and it's still over, and you in it. So go on and be happy. Go and be great. And that's what friendships do. Girl, you know, listen, if me and you hanging out and it's dry and stale and it ain't the same, it's okay. We've grown apart. We've grown apart. I'm not angry with you. I'm not mad with you. We just grew apart. We just growing different. Right? We just growing different. And who said we have to end it on a bad note? You work different shifts, different hours. You married. Now I'm single. So, you know, you just grow apart. So, you know, we may get together for brunch or lunch, and then it's still we ain't got nothing to talk about no more. You understand? It's a little awkward. And it's okay. It's okay. Be around positive people. When you get from out of these type of relationships, you have to put yourself around positive people. Girl, if you got something and I'm feeling bad, I don't need to be around a bunch of lemon heads. We just making lemonade. Not me. I want some sugar, some Kool-Aid. Give me a Coca-Cola or something. Some with some positive people. Sit yourself around some positive people. And then these are things that you do when you're healing. When you're healing, you put yourself, you know, like that Coca-Cola girl. See how happy Sprite make you? Get just around some Sprite drinkers. So you just have to be around positive people, and it'll keep you from dwelling on that stuff. So get around people who they might not have it all together, but doggone it, they ain't sad. They're content with where they are, and they're moving forward. It may be a slow pace, but nevertheless, they're going forward. So get around some people who is happy, who's laughing. You know, laughing take away your frown. It does good like medicine. The Bible says laughter is good like medicine. So be around those type of people. That's my struggle. I'm trying to get more people. I'm working on it. I can't complain about something and then ask God to give me some people that's positive and people that's where I'm trying to go. And I don't get out the door and go. Hey, girl, look at Ashley Marie. How you doing, Jazz? Hey, it's good to see you, girl. We over here talking. Me and Lucy talking, honey. Me and Lucy over here talking about this year we've been hearing about toxic relationships and narcissistic people and all this kind of negative stuff. And it just prompted me, because the last few weeks or so, I've been that toxic kept coming up. So we was just talking about that, girl. That's good. I'm glad you're good. So that's what me and Lucy was talking about. And I told them, and I told Lucy, girl, they're gonna come back and watch the replay, and they're gonna hear me talking and read her comments, because I wasn't typing in her comments. I just was talking in response to her comments. So I was telling her we were just talking, about toxic relationships, and I was telling her, yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? But I know they're gonna come back and watch this replay. So me and Lucy just having some good old chit chat and conversation. We ain't chewing on nothing. But honey, they gonna come back on the sisterhood and watch the replay. And I need y'all, when y'all come back through the hood, go ahead on and press that share button so your sisters and your aunties and stuff, they can see this and go into the new year shaking off some stuff. Because toxic, actually, it ain't all about intimacy relationships. I'm talking about them friends, them aunties and cousins and stuff. Anybody who ain't bringing no value to me. Because, we're moving forward and we're not taking much negativity, because you may can't shake it all off, but if you're free, stay free. I'm determined. I ain't bringing no negative over here with me this whole month of December all the way until January. Family can be toxic. Yes, ma'am, they can. That's why I was telling Lucy, it ain't all about just intimate boyfriend and girlfriend type stuff, husband and wife. Anybody who does not bring any balance, any addition to your life. What we said, they don't bring no support. If I'm always the one who giving, if I'm the only one who is feeling used or belittled, I don't want that no more. It's a give and take. Somebody had put on Facebook, poor. Okay, Lucy say, do you think being in a toxic relationship could also be generational curses? We are all about breaking curses, whether it is the type of friends in your family work, etc. Okay, Lucy. Okay. I thought you was going to base. You're not doing that. That's the word, base. I know I got this guest in my house, right? My baby moved back home, y'all. I'm happy and sad at the same time. I'm happy because I get to spend a lot of time with my cha-cha bear. That's my grandbaby. But I'm sad because I baby her a lot, and now she just in here being a whole adult and a baby, and I can't take it that much. I need some money and a vacation. Anybody got me? Y'all got me? Yeah, the bays, girl.
I was in the bed. I might not clean up the bed, so I need something.
Okay, but anyway, okay. Well, back to Lucy's comment. Generational. I think when it comes to generational, I wouldn't. In this situation, I would say it is learned behavior. It's traditional. It's what you see. You understand? Yeah, we big on breaking generational curses and all this stuff. My mama was a hoe. My mama was a hoe. I'm a hoe. My kid's gonna be a hoe. You know what I mean? That's learned behavior. Yeah, I said hoe. That's learned behavior because it's environmental. That's what you learn. You understand? So when you're speaking on generational, then that's a broad statement. So sometimes it can be rejection can be generational. You understand that generational curse of rejection will cause you to stay in. You see what I'm saying? So the root is rejection, and the effect from the cause is rejection. The effect from the rejection is getting involved in toxic relationship. That makes sense. Actually, that made sense. Did I answer it, Lucy? Because environmental issues can cause a lot of this stuff. Because somebody asked me last night, but okay, makes sense to Ashley. Lucy, you got it. See, like my environment, I grew up in the hood. You feel me? But I don't live hood. I grew up straight in the hood. I can be hood. Don't get it twisted. I can take you up and through there. But I made a choice not to live hood. I'm not going to be hood. And it never fails. I normally have all my bling bling and whatever not, but I'm now on a search for a new nail tech. Don't make me cry. We're not going to talk about that. So my nails and my hair gives off the impression that I'm hood. You understand? Not my mannerisms, but this cover. So you would think that I am. I can be, but I made a choice. This going back to what you said, Lucy. It's a choice. It's environmental. So I choose not to be hood. I can be because I know I've seen how it goes. I can adapt to wherever I am. So someone asked me last night, "But do you live in South Apopka?" Yes, I do. I was raised in South Apopka, and I say, "But I'm in the middle. I'm in Apopka." I said, "Well, how you deal with that?" I say, "I don't even flinch when I hit a gunshot. We don't hit the ground. We don't do nothing." My baby will say, they getting it off. I'm like, they sure is, girl. We'll say, I'm gonna wait on 6 o'clock news when I wake up for work tomorrow to see what happened. Desensitized. Just desensitized to the whole dysfunction. You understand? So generational, yeah. Not in this instance, Lucy. And that sad Ashley over here just so desensitized. It's regular. That's dysfunction. That's dysfunction. Straight up. Straight up. So, but Lucy, all of this stuff is individual. Can I say individualism? You have to work on self, even in a toxic relationship. I was secretly working on myself when I was still married. I was secretly working on myself because I didn't want to keep hearing what I think I am. I don't want to keep hearing I can't do this. No. So how did I do it silently? Eventually I stopped arguing. Eventually my reactions was different. I'm sorry, baby. Do I want a popsicle? Not now. Thank you. I eventually when I started working on me silently, I just stopped doing a whole lot of stuff because I came to the realization I'm doing all that, everything he said that I'm not doing, I started doing, and his behavior didn't change. Everything he complained about, eventually, even though I know he was manipulating, playing them games, he was playing on the love I had for him. When I got to the place where my heart and my head matched, I began to slowly, that's because I was slowly accepting the reality of this man is never going to change for me. He's going to change for who he want to change for. Who does all this stuff to a girl who go to work, church, and home? If I take somebody to the store, it's a problem. If I take somebody, no. Everything is a problem? No, we can't do that. So I silently started working on myself. And then when I started doing that, Lucy, that's when like we was talking about earlier, like you're supposed to be gone, but your heart can't cut off. So now I don't want to be a willing participant, Lucy. Remember when you asked me that? Yeah, because I just had to accept the fact and deal with what I was dealing with right now and not the potential. Because that's a fault that we have. We deal with the potential and not the reality. In my jam. Most definitely, actually. And that's people in general. That's people in general. When I can make a phone call and say, "Can you give me a ride?" and they say yes, but then somebody else called after they told me yes and asked them for something or do something else, and they'll call me back and say they cannot. Yeah, and then this across the board. This is in relationship as in general. People change for who they want to change for. I ain't gonna say change. People prioritize. People prioritize for who they want to prioritize for. What is that? Okay. Okay, when y'all go on these shopping sprees, y'all can buy me something. Let me see it. No, I don't want to wear these on my live. Y'all, I got guests, and it is just too much. She don't like it when I call her my guest. Yeah, so you just have to deal with the reality and not the potential. So that's just how the cookie crumbled. And as much as it hurt your feelings that he just ain't into you like that, you'll get over it. Cause that's all it is, girl. He love you, but he don't love you like that. Straight up. Straight up. It's a hard pill to swallow. Sometimes it gets stuck right there. Yeah, he love you, girl. So he say, but he don't love you like that. He don't love you like that. And once you become okay with that, because once you recognize and realize that you don't have to jump through a hoop and all of this kind of backflip stuff to make a person show you kindness. A person is going to show you kindness just because it's the right thing to do, and plus they love you like that. They like you like that. It ain't got to be no love. They like you like that. Some of this stuff we enjoy in a relationship, a person who like you wouldn't do you like that. And they talking about love. I'm talking about friendships and everything now. Remember, we just ain't making this to be about boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Anybody. It costs you nothing to be nice. No, it don't cost nothing. It don't cost you nothing. Well, I've been on here an hour. So, Ashley, we thank you for joining in. I didn't want to be on here for 2 hours. Lucy, did we have a good conversation? Now, we talked about being in one. We talked about, I think I said a few things about how you can heal, which is like being around positive people, because I don't want to just talk about the negative. I want to tell you how once you're out, what the things say, what do you do when you're through? You build yourself. You learn you. You learn yourself. You work on finding out what you like. Listen, when I started doing self recognition or self discovery, should I say, it baffled me that I love violin is one of my, I love it. I love the violin. I have a playlist. We only been on since 8 o'clock. I said I don't want to be on for 2 hours. 8 o'clock was the time, Ash. You at work, ain't I? Oh no, Tuesday through Friday or something. But no, we only been on here since 8 o'clock. So we've been on here for an hour. So when I journeyed, I knew I liked to read, but now I'm trying to venture off into different genre of books. Hold on, I don't like this one. I wanted to just jump into different genres of music. Of books, because I love urban fiction. That's my favorite. Yeah, okay. So you have to do self discovery, find out what you like. And I'm just like getting in my car and riding. I like doing nothing. It's peaceful now. So I like being home. But I can't stay in here forever. I got to get out the door sometime. So God can build, do what he needs to do. And then you put yourself around positive people. And don't forget, whatever emotion you're dealing with afterwards, and it's okay to miss him. It's okay to miss your friend if y'all been friends for years. It's absolutely okay because you had a bond at some point and you still love them. So it's okay to miss them. It's okay to want to be with them, even though you know you should not, because those your emotions and your feelings are true. They're real. So you don't disown them. Don't dismiss them. Live them, own them up real quick. Deal with them. Deal with them. It's gonna help you heal. It's gonna help you heal one step at a time, one day at a time. And the number one thing for me was don't expect closure. If they don't apologize, still forgive them and move on. Just don't stay there. Exactly. Just don't stay there. But you got to own them so you can work through them. And then that way you don't have to revisit them again. So you know what? When you deal with the feelings and emotion, when you come in contact with them, you don't have that overwhelming feeling of flusteredness. You don't have that overwhelming feeling, that in your throat and in your stomach. You won't have that if you deal with the emotions. Admit it. I miss this. No, I miss my home girl. Man, we used to just sit up all night and just chill. You understand? It's okay to do that. Own it. But the closure, don't expect it. Don't expect you close it. Don't expect it from them. You be your own closure. Okay, something ding. Hold on. You be your own closure. Because sometimes ain't nobody going to give you none. And sometimes ain't nobody going to apologize. And sometimes when they say they're sorry, hey, Mom Kim, sometimes when they say they're sorry, it's just that manipulation. Because sorry without change or apology without change is just manipulation. Mom Kim, can you share this so people can watch the replay? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. That's my jam. What the thing. So yeah, don't expect no closure, baby. It's okay if you don't get any, as long as you give it to yourself. She said, I had a friend in high school that was close to me like a sister, or so I thought. And that girl dropped me one day cold turkey. No explanation or nothing. So I definitely had to give myself closure after that. That part, Ashley. Sometimes when you know you ain't did nothing wrong, it's better to let them go their own way. Because I used to have that problem. I be trying to make sure I ain't did nothing wrong and try to go around in my head like, what happened? I know me. I intentionally don't do people wrong because I was bullied in school, all the way from middle school to high school. So I make it, that's why I do what I do. I make it my endeavor to be nice because mean people are ugly. God had to deliver me from hating mean people. I strongly, now I don't say hate, but I strongly dislike mean people because it's too much. It's too much. So I made it my business. I'm intentionally nice. If I'm ugly to a person, you better believe I done gave you a whole ample enough time, maybe a whole year of doing me wrong. But if you know me, you know my mouth. I brought it to your attention. This is how you making me feel. So when I do go ham, ain't no stopping me. And that's just me. So actually, when it comes to stuff like that, it would have been better. But you didn't. If you did nothing wrong, ain't no need of dwelling on it because you can't. That was her choice to just drop you like a hot potato. Drop it like a hole, right? So Lucy say, how do you validate those feelings without trying to act on them? Okay. Thank you, Kim. So own them. Just admitting that they're true. Just admit that they're true. That's how you own them. You are validating them by owning them. I'm a journal person. I show you all these journals over here. And if you get to a place where you want to act on them, write it down. Write it down. I'm trying to tell you. Journaling is my friend. He go my witness right here. I write it down. I write a lot. I write everything down. And a lot of times people can see it. So petty. Yeah, you better get on it, girl, because it helps. And she came in here being funny, talking about from affirmations to journal to grocery list. I write a lot. I write. It helps me. It keeps my mind clear. And it keeps me from putting on them bracelets and that orange suit. But now it's the Holy Ghost that keeps me, y'all. But before, it was journaling. Because I ain't trying to put on no, don't fit my wrist too good. They hurt when you put your hand behind your back. That's not for me. That ain't for me, girl. And you don't get to keep your underwear on when you put on that orange jumpsuit. Ew. No, ma'am. I ain't doing it. You dead, Lucy. Hey, no, my jail. Hey. Y'all on the rights. Get a little lipstick. Get my jam. I love music. See, look, that's another thing. I love music. So, Lucy, you got to just own them and rocking them. That's validation right there. He's in control. When you mad, be mad, baby. Just don't, like Asher said, just don't stay there long. But you got to visit it so you'll know that it's you validated it when you own it. Quit saying it don't bother you and you don't care. Yes, you do care. And I ain't talking about you know, individually. I'm just saying, you know how we would say, I don't care. Yes, you do care. Say you care. And then, you know, let it take its course and then you move on. Because there's plenty of emotions to go around. So you ain't got to stay on one for so long. You feel me? They're my jam. I love music. So I'm going to go in here. I ain't eat today. I did, yeah, Lord forgive me. I had lunch, but I didn't eat dinner. So, own it. Okay, I try not to be mad for long. I'm trying. It is hard, but this is the thing. The longer you stay mad, hold on. The longer you stay mad, that's just telling you you're mad for a few reasons. You can be mad for a few reasons. You can be mad because they're trying your whole life. You can be mad because you letting it happen. So you're mad at yourself. You feel me? A lot of reasons why. You got to own them all. You got to own them all. Own them all. And it's hard because why? It could be a lot of reasons. It's just not one. See, it's just not white and black. It's just not cut and dry. It's just not cut and dry. It's not cut and dry. And again, it's all depend on how the person is built. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. And then it's hard. It is work, Lucy. That's what it is. It's work. Anything worth having is worth working for. So it's actually work, baby. And you have to put yourself at the top of the food chain, baby. You got to put yourself as number one. Because why? One, God created you to be the way he wanted you to be. It's up to us to walk into the full potential, because God has already wrote the blueprint for our life. It's up to us to follow the blueprint and achieve what it is that he's already designed for us to do and to be. And we can't do that until we recognize and own who we are. It takes some of us longer. It takes some of us, shorter. But that's the beauty in him creating us. Nobody is the same and nobody is perfect. So own it. Deal with it. I like to say acknowledge it. Once you recognize it, then you accept it. And then once you accept it, then you deal with it. And that's day by day. Day by day. Day by day. Sometimes minute by minute, depending on how long you've been in that relationship and how hard you loved. I was in a marriage for, I don't know. Listen, when I got divorced, I don't remember none of that, because it like to kill me, literally. When I tell you all that I lost my mind, anytime you can sit and plot in your mind how you gonna hurt somebody, you lost your mind. You ain't in your right mind. Got me plotting on how I'm gonna take him out. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go, because I don't want to take him from his mama, but he can't keep trying my whole being. So it's time for me to go. You get it? And that's just me, because my tolerance was here. But own it and go. It's hard, but it's worth it. I'm just so happy and ecstatic. The things that I've accomplished now, I know I would not have if I would have still been in that relationship. I know I would not have. It may be small to others on the outside looking in, but if you've only known the mental anguish and turmoil that I have been through to get me here, this is humongous for me. This is beyond what I thought. And this is just the beginning, and I feel like this. So when God really jump in and do what he gonna do, I'm gonna be on the floor. Don't stop trying to take people where they ain't supposed to be. Oh shoot, I forgot. Listen, and look, I got somebody making me some clothes. Oh, so y'all, I love y'all. I'll say we're not gonna be on here no 2 hours. So Lucy, Ashley, Monkim, thank y'all for sharing this. And sisters, when y'all roll back through the replay, if y'all don't mind, share this video. Put in the comment that you did watch the replay. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm not going to keep apologizing for not jumping on here, because one, this is just not a blab type of platform. When I get up here and we talk for extensive. So I feel like I don't have to be up here all the time, because I'm just not that in your face type of girl. And the things that I deal with, this is for real people who want to do real stuff and better themselves. Who are you, Renee? I'm a girl who has been healed by a whole lot of stuff. I told y'all what sister to sister mean. I'm one sister. I'm one survivor of intense situations, traumas, and abuse and unwanted heartaches. So the other sister, which is you, are beautiful women. Shadow is right here. She right here in this seat down here. In this rocker. She right here. And Sugar is in there pretending like she was going to shower. So she brought the baby. And ain't when he got in the shower yet, Monkey. I don't know how to send Elderly. Can you tag Elderly? She said send her the invite for sister to sister page. I don't know how to do that while I'm on live. Surely don't. But I love y'all so much. So sister to sister, we pass by here because this is for real people. First of all, I ain't babysitting. Let's pause for the call because we got Mother Kim on here. So hold on, y'all. We finna have a sidebar conversation because she thinks she's gonna fuss at me. So Mother Kim, I'm not babysitting. Okay? The situation was your Sugar brought your shadow in here and said she's about to go take a shower. And ask me where she at. Somebody put in there. Ask me. Somebody ask me. Just say where she at. Somebody in the comment. I'm gonna wait. No. Somebody say where she at. No. Ask me where she at. No, she not in the bed. Ask me where she at. Look. Kyla. PBA right now. Just stick your head right there. They can't see you. No, you gotta come right now. You see the phone on her head? She gonna go to the porch. My shower do not have. It's not out the door. We don't have a portal potty at our house. She may go out the door on the porch. And it ain't funny, Mother Kim. How long ago she brought this baby in, Lucy? Talk about she for tickle bays. Yes, I said bays. She's not in the shower. In here. What? Come on, her daddy came. What they got to do with me? Girl, listen. I'm happy and sad at the same time. I told y'all. I'm happy because I get to spend time with my cha-cha. But I'm sad because I'm the sportiest girl and now she home being an adult and a baby. I cannot. I need some money or something. Tell your baby, girl. Tell me stop telling her business. What business she got, y'all? See what I'm saying? So, y'all want to cash out me some money for my distress, for my mental anguish? That baby down here, she asleep. But I'm not babysitting. Let's set the record straight. I'm not. Now, when I get up out of here, I'm finna go in my room and she's going to bring this baby and put a blanket down in my bed and we going to sleep till about 1 o'clock and then she's going to cry and I'm going to call her to come get her. That's how my life has been since November 22nd because she had her on the 20th. Sugar is the nana. Listen, she trying to be mother. But it's okay because I ain't complaining because when I get ready to get in my car and just go in the streets, I like to ride on the highway with my music loud. That's part of my rediscovery. I've had to get a e-pass. But you have to do what works for you. You have to do what works for your peace of mind. You have to do what works for you to become and stay on your journey of freedom. You really do. And a lot of people ain't going to understand it. And a lot of people are determined not to understand it. And it's okay. And them streets. Yes, ma'am. So my way of getting in the streets is just getting in my car, riding on the highway. I make a few stops here and there, give me some ice cream or whatever. And I just bring my little happy self back on home. And if I happen to go far, then I'm going to stay the night. And that's the beauty of not having to be accountable to nobody but God. That's it. I ain't got to be arguing about what you're doing, what you're adding, all this stuff. It's too early in the day for that. So that's how I was rocking over here. But it was a process. That's right. All gas, Lucy, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. I love you back. And that's it. And that's just it. We were just talking about being in a toxic relationship and how you get out. And when you out, what do? You just relearn yourself because that person's job was to tear you down. That person's job was to make you feel less than. And the truth be told, they are the weak person in the relationship. They are the weaker person. And I say that with all boldness. Am I right or wrong? I don't know, but that's just my opinion, and I can have that. They the weak one. They the weak one. Manipulating and control. Weak, and cowardice. That's what that is, in my opinion. They were missing something in their childhood that they refused to deal with. So now they have to make somebody else come that role. That's the scripture in the Bible. Say the wicked don't sleep because they're trying to cause mischief. Let me see, can I find that? Listen, I'm gonna find it. Psalms. Let's find it. Let's see. It's in the Bible. People don't sleep until they cause mischief, and that's a shame. While it's right, that's the scripture. They will not sleep until they cause mischief. Let me see what they said. And they can't cause. I'm no longer in that seat of victim. You can't stay in the seat of victim forever. After a while, like we said, question, you become a willing participant at some point because you know full well that you need to be gone. And people in your life tired of hearing about the same old stuff. You look crazy. What they say, work tech. We got a scam on him. I don't know who that is, y'all. Somebody jumped on named Susan. Okay, so I don't know who that is. But nevertheless, we're not gonna don't be the victim. Don't be the victim. Okay? You got to let some people go. And it's okay. Sometimes we don't want to let go for fear of whatever. What they was doing before you came along. That's what was they doing before you came along? Who were they making miserable before you? I'm just saying. You have to at some point choose you. Because in these types of relationships, and again, this is friendships. You see, Ashley girl, her friend dropped her, or so she thought. Sometimes, and this is my take on that. Actually, every friend has a friend. If you're my best friend, you got a friend. You understand? You have to know what people are in your life. Like I said, sometimes you have people in your life, you know what you can say to them and what you cannot say. You have some people in your life, you know what you can do with them and what you cannot do. See, you get in trouble when you try to put people where they don't go, where they don't fit. Then you get all in your feelings and stuff because you don't put a square in a round hole when it really didn't fit. So do your due diligence and put you first, okay? Choose you. And there's nothing wrong with choosing you. Choosing you does not make you selfish. Choosing you makes you smart. It makes you wise. Choosing you is saying, I know what I'm worth, and I'm worth better than I'm worth better than this. Choosing you tell people you know who you are. Choosing you shows people at some point how to treat you. Some stuff people will bring to you because they know who you are, and sometimes they will not because they know who you are. Y'all heard that? They will bring stuff to you because they know who you are, and sometimes people just got to feel you out. So when they all feeling you out and stuff, stay true to you. My daughter has on her, my oldest. She has right here, to thy own self be true. I liked it so much. I just put in my own straight up vernacular. Know thyself. Know who you are. When you know who you are, can't nobody tell you who you are because I already know me. Know yourself. Because if you know yourself, then you can't be nobody else. Nobody else can't tell you who you are because I already know me. You can't nobody tell you ever I'm 48. Nobody can tell you that I'm rude, that I'm mean, nor am I nasty. I don't care how far you go back and ask. I don't care who you ask. If somebody have an issue with me, that's because they ain't real with themselves. And those who know me know I'm very direct. So if I say something, it's never venomous. Only people have problems with me who ain't real with themselves. And that's typically how it goes. You can't peg me because I was somebody else for so long. I was who everybody else had created me to be. I didn't know who I was, but now that I went on that self-discovery journey, you can't tell me who I. You can't tell me who I am because I already know. I'll listen to you, but yeah, it's like going on the back. So you have to get to that place. So hey, I'm not gonna be no liar. We're not gonna be up here until no 10 o'clock. So know who you are, okay, sis, girl. Know who you are. You worth that. You are the bomb.com. Now, there's a difference between arrogant and confident. We're not arrogant. We're just confident. We're sure in who we are. So what you do when you're through. When you through with all the negative people and all the toxic junk and all the narcissistic people, and like I said, we talking about that because that's what I've been seeing on my timeline all year long. People talking about this and negativity and all this kind of stuff. So I just decided, okay, let's talk about some of this tonight. And it's supposed to be me and you, Lucy, for a little bit, then Ashley jumped on. You understand? I ain't never worried about that because, like I said, God has given me this platform, and when people pass back through and watch it, it'll do what it's supposed to do. So I ain't never worried about who's on and who's not. If I have to talk to the camera, I'm gonna do it. So be true to you. When you're tired of yourself, then you're gonna start doing some growth, because it's gonna be this one thing just keep tugging, like it's gonna be aggravating. You understand? And anytime you get to a place where you're in a happy mood until you get with that person or around the environment, it's time to start weaning. It's time to start pulling back. Self-inventory. Because again, it ain't never about the other person. I made that post today. It ain't about what they say. It's about what you know. A person can say whatever they want to say, but when you know who you are, that stuff don't make you know never mind. You're just looking at them like, you so stupid. You dumb for saying that. I used to be that, but I'm no longer there. So I'm sorry if you think I'm there. Unfortunately for you, I'm no longer. I moved on. I'm grown. I realized that I was fierce. I realized that I'm very, very, very determined. All the energy that I was putting into that, I'm now putting it into me. And you can call it what you want. So let people do that. Let them call it what you want. Put all the energy you put it in yourself. Focus on you. I mean, if God ain't first in your life, that's what needs to be first, because he's the one that can help you do all of this stuff. Yeah, you can do it, but with God, it's much easier. I promise you. I keep picking up this thing because y'all know I ain't tech savvy. So, child, good night. They tell me good night. But anywho, I love y'all. Let's do the benediction. Self-inventory. That's what it is, Ashley. Check your inventory. That's what it is. And when you do that, you won't be when you do self-inventory, you won't have room to blame nobody else. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's in control of the stock. Since Ashley used the word inventory. The stock, which that's you, that's your being, that's your core. You're responsible for your stock. You're responsible for keeping it stocked up. So when you do the self-inventory, what don't belong, you remove it. What's outdated, you remove it. My baby threw away. She cleaned out the refrigerator. And she threw away my salad dressing, right? I had some Olive Garden salad dressing. I had some raspberry vinaigrette for my avocado, tomato, and cucumbers that I love to eat. I'm at work and she's sending me pictures of her cleaning out this refrigerator and she's throwing away my stuff. Girl, I FaceTime her. Why is you in my refrigerator throwing away stuff? You know what she said? Mommy, you ought to be ashamed. This stuff is old. It's outdated. That thing said July 2020. Outdated. You can take some things away. You've outgrown it. It's outdated. Girl, I had salad dressing in the refrigerator from early part of the year. That girl said January. I told her, take pictures. And next thing you take some pictures, let me see, because I believe you lying. I know, girl. I was eating this. I was eating it too. Still eating it. I said, you better not throw nothing else away. She sent me like 4 pictures of my salad dresses, girl. And I'm talking about January, June. Something was in there from like, child. She said, I'm surprised you ain't been going to the bathroom. Like runs. So I use that to, sometimes you holding on to stuff, girl, you outgrow that stuff. It is so outdated. It's outdated. Let it go. Oh my God, you hush, Annie. Let it go, girl. It's what's outdated. Arguing about foolery. That's so outdated. What's outdated? You keep checking your phone, think he's finna call you. So outdated. What's outdated? Keep hanging out with that girl, and you know y'all outgrew each other. Y'all ain't friends like that no more. Y'all have grown up. It's outdated. You can discard it, and it's okay. Because you know what happened? When she threw it out, we was getting ready to go grocery shopping, so that's what she was doing, cleaning out the refrigerator. I replaced it with new stuff, and I got a different flavor. That's the word, flavor? Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to use it. So I got some cucumber, some avocado ranch. And they indestructible. You better put them in the freezer. We ain't talking about those, Lucy. We ain't talking about those. We talking about my salad dressing. Those juices are bomb.com. So some stuff you has outdated in your life. She trying to be funny. It's outdated, girl. Sis, it's outdated. And you know what happened though? See how I'm up here? We just talking, and I'm telling y'all. Y'all know I'm transparent. I tell you about me because this is what this is for. And me being up here, being transparent, it's refreshing because I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I used to be very embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed no more. I've outgrown some things. I've outdated some things. And I have come to grips with it was all a part of the plan. It's part of the lesson. Because if I had not gone through it, some of y'all who come through here wouldn't know that, you know, it's easy to say that it's by myself. What you stuck on my dressing, she shouldn't throw. She tried to be funny. They try to be funny because I don't cook. But it's okay. I don't care. I was eating it too. I chopped that cucumber and stuff up and put that dressing on there. But hey, it was outdated. And I didn't even look. I wasn't even looking at the date. I was just, when I chop my stuff up, I open that refrigerator and put the top on because I was used to it. Yeah, see, some of y'all got used to the foolery from your homegirls calling you just because. I ain't gonna say that because they get a benefit of you coming. Yes, since July. Y'all hush. One said January 13th. I told her she lying. She didn't send me no picture of that one. So that's how I know she was lying. She was lying. Talking about January 13th. No, because I got avocado ranch. It didn't taste no different to me, Lucy. It didn't taste no different. Tastes fresh. Okay, well, it tastes fresh, Lucy. Gosh. It tastes fresh. I give you that. But I can't taste the freshness because I was still mad about her throwing it away. I was mad about her throwing it away because ain't nobody told her to do that. Who told her? But it's okay because we went grocery shopping and I got, like I said, I got different things now. Why you crying? We done outgrow some stuff, girls, ladies. Let it go, babe. You know what? When we stay in stuff, in situations longer than we should, we stopping people from entering our lives who are supposed to benefit and bring additions to our life. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. I do believe that what's for us is for us, but we can have it sooner if we let go of some stuff. If we let go of some stuff, we can have it sooner. Yes, outdated friends. You can outdate some friends, and you grow apart. Life happens, and you just don't communicate, and you just grow apart. Not something else don't have to happen for you to not be in contact. It's just that life happens, and you just grow. Girl, shut up about my dressing. Now you're gonna be petty. Listen. Oh, I got to go. Yeah. You just grow apart, and life happens, and then you get new friends or new associates, fresh tasting Lucy. Then you get fresh. You understand? And then you understand. I guess I gotta pick this paper up, huh? Lord have mercy. This is not my life. I promise. Sisterhood. See what I'm saying? I know I got to go now because she's not gonna be a part of my life. Because my mother was interjected when she was pregnant. She gonna cry. She in this rock during this thing over here. Girl, I know. It say yes. Sometimes we hurting ourselves and blaming other people, and that's immaturity right there. Actually, that's immaturity when people do that. When you hindering yourself and blaming somebody else, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. That's immaturity. You ready to still play the blame game? You'll play the blame game. You ain't ready to grow. Sugar butt. Lord have mercy. I don't want to bring her on here because that ain't what we do over here on this hood. On this street, we don't bring kids on here. Y'all should see her. Anyways, period. And that's what they say. You hinder it. You blame yourself. And that's when you my apostle says excuses is for the uncommitted. When you're not committed to a thing, you make all the excuses in the world. So when you blaming other people for your lack of and your issues and situations, you ain't committed to self. You're not committed to yourself because you're too busy blaming other people. You got to put forth some effort, and that's in anything. For real. For real. So don't hinder yourself. Don't stump your growth. Just be real with yourself. Surround yourself with positive people. And don't expect closure. Because when somebody walk out your life, let them go. It's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. It's easier said than done because I was a revolving door. Like you go, come back. You go get a girlfriend, come back. You go get two girlfriends, come back. So I this ain't the pot calling the kettle black. I'm just telling you, it's a process, and it don't have to be a long window. Is what I'm saying. It don't have to be a long process. It don't have to be a long process. It's a long process when you make excuses. It's a long process when you don't own the emotion and the feelings and what is happening, what people are showing you right now. This girl's cool, not this thing. Woo. God, Lord Almighty. Okay, I'm gonna have to call my mama. Yeah, this is my jam. Y'all know I like music. So, Ashley, that was a good point. You were dead on it. And Annie's okay with being outdated and getting new friends. So, Annie, I'm glad that don't apply to me, but I feel you. Sometimes you're on two different pages. On two different pages, and that's okay. You got to be okay with being okay. Now, well, you know what? You don't need new friends if you don't want them. It's your choice. Listen. I got y'all. Y'all the same ones I've been had for. I am an acquired taste. You got to be able to handle me. You understand? I'm an acquired taste. People just, I don't know, but it's okay though, and I'm okay. I'm okay with me. Once you're okay with being with yourself, then everything else is obsolete, or everything else can get in where they fit in. You feel me? I ain't gonna say obsolete. Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna say it's obsolete, but I will say, oh, y'all ain't got to see them. But I will say, But I will say, once you know, you better be good with me, girl. This girl talking about she good with me. Oh my God. I ain't gonna cut the monkey. Y'all don't want to see this, baby. So I gotta put it up here. Okay, Lord have mercy. Okay, so it's time to go because now I'm sitting up here rocking this baby. So I love y'all. Okay, let's do the benediction. All hearts and minds clear. Anybody got anything to say before we go? Because I'm up here rocking this baby. And I ain't finna put her in this corner, in this camera. Don't be looking like that. Lucy, Annie, Ashley, you good? Okay. Benediction. I love y'all. Thank you so much for riding through the hood. And those that you was gonna come back journeying through, I thank you for stopping by on deck. Please let us know that you came by posting, repost, re by posting in the comment bar replay. Okay, so that let me know that you replayed it. And if you happen to drive by our hood on tonight, would you please just share the video, okay? Because hey, you might not need it, but somebody else may. I love you too, Ashley. And you know I love you. Lucy, you my sugar butt. Number 2. So I love y'all so much. Remember, it's nice to be important, but it's so much more important to be nice. Your nice may be the only nice that somebody see. And girl, your nice may be the nice to save somebody's life. So do it. It's free. Cost you absolutely nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nothing. So do it, okay? Smile. Your smile may be the smile to save somebody's life. Because you never know what people are going through. So I love y'all so much. We'll pop back on sometime in the month of December just to chit chat before the new year is out. I love y'all so much. Annie, we gonna have to get on the road and do some things. And I love you so much. Ashley, have a good night. Lucy, I love you. We gotta do brunch.